my people, welcome to Matchday Madness Monday on Neme Football Forum. Match week 29 was actually played during the week, but for us now, it counted as their match week 30. And honestly, the result gave us drama, shocking results. Teams drop points. This is like a very serious tension in the title race. But before we talk about the main match week 30 games, let's quickly run through what happened amongst the big six in match week 29. Liverpool suffered a surprise loss in Wolves' home. They lost 2-1 to them. Manchester City draw points against Forest, 2-2 draw, and it was very, very frustrating for Guardiola. Manchester United as well couldn't get the job done, and they also lost 2-1 away in Newcastle's home, St. James Park. But Chelsea were like one of the big winners amongst the big six in match week 29. They beat Aston Villa 4-1. That was a very strong performance. Arsenal, on the other hand, they kept the pressure at the top. They were able to maintain their top position. They got 3 points out of Brighton. 1-0, that was how the match ended. While Tottenham had a very terrible result, a very terrible week for them. They lost 3-1 to Palace in their home, Hotspur Stadium. While for other results, Everton beat Burnley, West Ham beat Fulham, Sunderland beat Leeds, and then Bournemouth, Brentford drew their match. And now let's move on to match week 30, where Arsenal had a chance to go further at top of the table and they took it. Also, an interesting start for the weekend is that only 2 home sides won their matches this week, and that's Arsenal and Manchester United. Every other home side either drew or lost. Before we start, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, and share with a football fan, because this match week had loads of madness, like Matchday Madness Monday. First match on our list, Arsenal versus Everton. This was not an easy game for Arsenal at all. Everton came with every single thing they had. They had a very strong defensive setup and they created dangerous chances, but Raya was there to make the save. And Arsenal looked nervous for most part of the game. Arteta was almost tearing his shirt on the sideline. But the turning point came when Arteta brought on their 16-year-old star boy, Dowman, from the bench, and then the youngster literally changed the game for them. In the 89th minute of the game, he made a cross that caused confusion in Everton's box, and then Gyökeres was there to score the opener for them. And then with the last kick of the game, this same Dowman ran from halfway line and then he scored all by himself. And now he's currently the youngest goal scorer in Premier League history at 16. Arsenal won this match 2-0, and that result puts them 9 points clear at top of the table after Manchester City dropped points. That could just be the title deciding moment. You never know, we never know. But let me know in the comments, are Arsenal finally clinching their first league title in years under Mikel Arteta? If you've gotten to this point, hit the subscribe button, like and share this video. Moving on to the next game, Chelsea-Newcastle. Chelsea had chances, but Newcastle were way more clinical than Chelsea. Anthony Gordon scored early after they had a fast counter-attack, and then that goal ended up making the whole difference in this match. Chelsea tried. They pushed to at least get an equalizer. Kopama tried. Garnacho tried. Enzo Fernandez tried. But they just couldn't break Newcastle, and the goal that they needed bad, just that one goal, never came. Well, let's not forget Reece James at some point. He hit the post with a late free kick, but I guess it just wasn't Chelsea's day. Chelsea lost this match 1-0. Meanwhile, Newcastle moved to the top half of the Premier League table after this match. Chelsea fans, what's going on? People don't want to qualify. Is it the new manager? What's going on? Look at Manchester United signed a new manager, but they are doing well. Why is your case different? Before we move on, like the video and hit the subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Moving on to West Ham versus Manchester City. This match ended in a draw. City needed this win to keep their pressure on Arsenal, but again, they dropped points back to back. What a shame. Bernardo Silva gave Manchester City the lead in this match. As a captain now, he stepped up when they needed it the most. He's one of City's best this season for me. But it didn't last long as West Ham responded quickly from a corner, and it was from Mavropanos. Mavropanos made it 1-1 for West Ham. Then back in the second half, City kept attacking. Haaland had chances. Rangers as well, he hit the bar, but the goal wasn't just coming. He just couldn't find the back of the net. Now, City have a reputation of not scoring in second half. Meanwhile, Pep Guardiola admitted that he got it wrong this time with his lineup. I wonder why he wouldn't stick to the front three of Doku, Haaland and Sheki. This front three has been winning him matches before their injuries. Well, full time, it was a draw, 1-1, and now City are 9 points behind Arsenal. The title race is starting to slip away from them. And this is what you get when you fail to complete your chances. And you're also playing against a team fighting to not be relegated, a team that does not want to go to the championship. That's what you get. So Manchester City, I don't know, you might just have lost to Arsenal, but then again, we still have 8 more matches to go, and Arsenal has 7 more matches to go. You never can tell. This is football. Anything can happen. Moving on to the next match of the weekend is Manchester United versus Aston Villa. This match is between 2 of the top 4 at the moment. Now, both teams had same point before kickoff, 51 points each. So we could likely just call this a 6-pointer. Casemiro scored the first for United from a corner, and it was Bruno Fernandes' assist. I think his 15th of the season. But an equalizer came from Barkley just immediately. Cunha was also there to make it 2-1 after a quick counter. And then Šeško came off the bench to make it 3-1 for Manchester United. That was the final score of this match. Bruno Fernandes has also reached 100 goal involvement for Manchester United. He has joined legends like Ryan Giggs and Rooney. United now have gone 3 points clear of Palace. I think they deserved it. They suffered for too long. They've kissed so many frogs before finally kissing their Prince Charming. I think we all agree with this. They had terrible managers until Michael Carrick came and decided to help their life and change their life. That's the thing. When you have a legend of the club manage the club, they just seem to do better. So much passion, so much grit, so much positivity. Congratulations, Manchester United. They just might have sealed their slots in the top 4 for Champions League next season. But before then, don't forget to hit the subscribe button before we move on to the last of the big 6 match of the game weekend. Liverpool versus Tottenham. This match ended in a 1-1. This is a very strange game because Liverpool took the lead through Szoboszlai free kick. Szoboszlai go score free kick here. And it looked like they had actually won this one. But Spurs are fighting relegation right now. And those teams, like I said, West Ham, for example, are always dangerous. They are like 1 point away from relegation. In the 90th minute, Richarlison scored the equalizer, and Liverpool fans did not believe what their eyes had witnessed. That point is very huge for Tottenham because they now have at least 1 point above the relegation zone. Liverpool, on the other hand, dropped points again, and that could just cost them their Champions League position. But it is what it is, and this is all I have for you for the top 6 of the week. I'll also be posting pictures up here of the other scoreline of other matches I didn't mention, so you can take a look at what the table currently looks like. But before we wrap up, let's have like a quick summary. So after match week 30, this is what is currently happening in the Premier League. Arsenal are now 9 points clear at top of the table. Manchester City have been dropping points back to back. Liverpool are clearly struggling to make top 4. Chelsea and their inconsistency. United are no longer, they're pushing to top 3 if not already been top 3 already, and then Spurs might just be relegated. The whole this season generally is just crazy. But with 8 games to go, Arsenal playing 7 games. Let me know in the comments, do you think Arsenal will win the league after 22 years without a league title? 1, 2, can Manchester City still catch up with Arsenal? 3, which team do you think will finish top 4 this season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and also your prediction. If you get the top 4 correctly, trust me, we have something for you by the end of the season in May. This is Matchday Madness Monday. My name is Neme, bringing you match week report for match week 29 and 30. I'll see you next week for match week 31. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Have a lovely time.